This video is going to be a little bit weird. I want to talk to you about special types like dates and pictures and whatnot. And I'm kind of making stuff up, but I just want you to have some sort of idea in your head of what's going on when we do this, when we trace functions that have these special weird types. So let's go. Suppose that it says name gets Mary. Well, that's not a special type, right? Evaluate the right-hand side, Mary, that's a string. What do? We put it into name. Is there a name box in the command area? Nope. So we make one. That was easy. That was our traditional types, right? Our strings, our floats, or our ints. But here's a more interesting line of code. Birthday gets 2/4/1980. Now, this isn't actually something you can do in Jython, but let's pretend for a minute it is. Okay. If I did that, I guess I need some kind of a special box, right? So we're giving it kind of a picture frame. And it's a birthday, and its type is a date, right? And how do we represent that in here? Well, I guess what we'd have to do is we'd have to have kind of three little boxes inside, right? One for the month, one for the day, and one for the year, and we'd put stuff in there. So that'd be good. All right, I guess we could do it that way. So let's look at the next line of code. It says first class gets 1/22/2013. Okay, so if we just kind of keep going along with this pretend way of doing things, of course this will not work in Jython, right? We make a new box called first class. It's of type date, and we have kind of a month, day, and year box in there somewhere, and we put the values in there. All right. So if we say print birthday, what's going to happen? Well, in our pretend world, I guess it's going to print the birthday, and maybe it'll print it fancy. It'll put a leading 0 on some of these things if it feels like it. And if we say print first class, well, it'll look in there and print something nice somehow, maybe with some extra fancy. And if we say first class gets 9/3/2013, well, again, if we use the rules we've had before, we have to kind of look at the command area and say, do I have a box for first class? Oh, yeah, I do. So I guess I need to replace everything in here with my new stuff. So I get something like that. And yeah, I crossed the 2013 and put it back in again, but that's kind of what I do with my normal boxes. So I'm going to just do that anyway. So now if we say print first class, we're going to get that new date, right? And that old date's totally gone, right? In some circumstances, what I really should do is erase it. But when I'm tracing code like this, it helps me to cross things out. So again, this does not actually work in Jess, but I want to give you a feel for the difference between a regular box that holds a string, an int, or a float, and these kind of special boxes that we're going to talk more about in class.